to tonight's game here on Rogers TV. I am your host, Jaci Solomon. The Chatham Maroons are in town tonight to take on the London Nationals. Tonight's story of the game is brought to you by Arby's. We've seen a bit of a roller coaster from both teams so far this season, a bit of up and downs, both on winning and losing streaks. This is the time of the season where teams are starting to want to secure their spot in the standings as we look forward to a good game tonight. We're going to go ahead and send it up to Kyle and Jeremy.
Thanks, JC, and that is indeed the story here. Roller coaster seasons right now, or at least part of the season for the London Nationals. One of the most dominating teams in the league, have not looked like that throughout the month of late October and early November. Hoping to get it turned around here against the Chatham Maroons, who they've had great success against so far.
Absolutely. I mean, you're going to have these stretches in the regular season for both London and for Chatham. London's currently in that slide right now where they're not exactly playing the top-tier hockey that we normally see from them throughout the season, but again, it's a rough patch. They did get a win in Kamoka on Saturday as well, so we'll see if they're bouncing back to their regular form here tonight.
One key player for the Nationals to look out for, Jacob Julian, leading scorer for the team. Bit of a morale boost up for him as he got to play with the London Knights on this past weekend, getting in action there, leading the team, have some great success, 37 points in 19 games. It's got to be that big spirit builder for him, getting to play with Big Club.
It sure is. I mean, it's an absolute honor when you get called up into the Ontario Hockey League, playing down here in the GOJHL. And for a guy like Jacob, I mean, when you're there and you get into the lineup, it's certainly a privilege. And he got onto the ice, played some good minutes, and he looked real good on Sunday against the Sioux Greyhounds. So expect him to maybe get a few more call-ups with the Knights this season.
Taking a look at what we see in the standings right now, London's still hanging on to that first place spot in the Western Conference right now. 3 points up on the St. Mary's Lincolns and Leamington Flyers. Chatham still struggling to try to solidify their position right now. 6th place in the West with only a tie with Sarnia for 7th. So there's still a very good chance that they could try to slip or climb back up in the standings. Chatham has a tendency of showing in throughout their history that they can climb back up in the standings. So if they can go on a run here, that'd be really good. Wouldn't be surprised at all.
No, of course. And, you know, again, we're right around the middle point of the season right now, so lots of opportunity for teams like Strathroy, LaSalle, and Chatham to try to climb the standings.
And one big thing for the Maroons that will be helping them out is their goaltender in net tonight. As we take a look at our netminders, in net for the London Nationals, Aiden Berry, as always, and then Brett Fullerton in net for the Chatham Maroons. Only 2 games so far with an .882 save percentage, but has some OHL experience that could be valuable to the team as they try to go down the stretch here.
For sure, and anytime that you can get some OHL experience in the net, it's certainly welcomed. I mean, a guy like Aiden Berry's played in a few OHL contests as well, but a guy like Fullerton, he's getting used to his surroundings now, and Chatham only playing, as you mentioned, those 2 games with a 4.49 goals against average. That's going to be something that he's going to want to obviously improve on and work towards building himself more in the win column here for Chatham.
Now, as we get ready for the game here, one last thing to keep an eye on for the Nationals as well. No Lucas Chart, still out of the lineup with an injury. No timeline on his turnaround. Nationals are hoping to get him back on the ice soon as we send down to Iceland for our opening ceremonies.
Fans, welcome to the Western Green District Sports Center for tonight's GOJHL contest between the visiting Chatham Maroons and your London Nationals. Prior to tonight's national anthem, the London Nationals wish to acknowledge the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, Lenapewa, and Anawandran peoples, whose traditional lands we are gathered upon this evening. Fans, will you now please stand if you are able, remove your hats, and join Candace Burgo in the singing of our national anthem.
Glorious
As we get set for here for our opening face-off, we take a look at our keys to the game.
Tonight's keys to the game are brought to you by Paul Salvador Masonry. For the Chatham Maroons, it is the power play. Normally, if a power play is a key for a team in their game, it's about them scoring with the manpower advantage. But Chatham has surrendered 2 shorthanded goals to the Nationals in both of their matchups so far this season. So the Chatham players on the penalty kill will have to be aware of London's aggressive kill. And speaking of the Nationals, their key is secondary scoring. London has scored 8 goals in their last 3 games combined. Bowers has 3 of those, and O'Reilly has 2. They're getting production from the top end guys, which is always needed, but scoring from the bottom half of the lineup will help a team and can shut down the top half guys.
As we set up here, Nationals starting out their third line on the ice, Chatham countering with their top line. Face-off won by the Nationals, goes right back to Top Shot. Starts it out, gets up to French, across the blue line, over to Milne. Milne, little backhand pass, gets it down to Thompson. Thompson, backhand pass out front. This gets tipped aside and kicked in the corner by Fullerton. Laid down low, picked up by Doyle. Doyle moves it around the boards, gets over to back. Back, it gets knocked down to the ice. Puck comes out to the blue, into the neutral zone. Hit, thrown by Thompson. Tries to get some help from French. This time stolen and sent back out the other way by Gervais. Puck thrown the open wing. Gervais picks it up across the blue line. He walks in, fakes the shot, goes for it now, goes off the leg of Curtis Heggie. French can't handle on the far side. Bounces off the wall, picked up again. McGowan will take it out. Across the red line, dumps it in the offensive zone. Fullerton will come out to play the puck. Sends it hard around the board, picked up on the far side by Bowers. Back over now. Out comes Graham. Graham will get to the red line, just dump it in. Nationals calling for an icing, but it will not be a no call there. Puck sent back into the red line, sent right back into the offensive zone. Barry comes out to play it over to McGowan. McGowan off the wall to O'Reilly. That goes off the leg of a Maroons player. Maroons will maintain possession. Set back out for right in front of the net. Tried to get a shot on. Just missed the stick of Dvorak. Back down low again. Dvorak takes another swing at it, but just misses the puck. Puck picked up, thrown behind the net. Picked up by the Nationals. They'll send it just a little too far, and now will go for an icing. And the faceoff will come back down into National territory.
I like that start by the Nationals third line. They won the puck possession in the neutral zone. They were able to get inside the offensive zone into the Chatham end zone, and they were able to shoot the puck around, and then it eventually wound back up into London zone, and Chatham tried to get a shot towards Aiden Barry. They were unsuccessful, but we'll see if they get one here as they have an offensive faceoff.
Faceoff gets scrubbed. Nationals end up picking it up, try to get to the blue line. Huge hit! Thrown right at the blue line. Sam O'Reilly taken down hard. Picked up by Cunningham. Maroons try to turn the other way. Picked up by Bowers. Bowers across the blue line. Waits for some support. Tries to get over to Sanity, but that gets picked off. Hit thrown by Palmer. Nationals collect the puck again. A little bit of extra pushing and shoving happening here. We're going to see our first penalty of the game. Coming, it looks like it's going to come. Looks like it's going to be offsetting. As looks like Palmer's and Goyne both heading to the box.
Well, we're only less than 3 minutes into the contest, and a big hit there by the Maroons player in Brendan McKay as he was able to lay the boom here. Something that we haven't seen normally here on a Wednesday night so far this year. We've seen a few big collisions early on in the season. So that right there was big, and then as you can see there, Palmer in the box as well. So coincidental minors as the play happened right in front of the bench. A few shots were given between each other, and they will go sit for 2 minutes and a whistle.
Back up to Kopchak. Kopchak takes a shot. That one just goes over the net. Pace Rock overskates it. The Maroons will collect it and counterattack. Across the blue line. Tries a dish into the middle. That goes off a leg. Ends up going into the corner. Nationals collect the puck. Banked off the back wall. That's the situation. Nationals put up the wall to Sandy. Sandy leaves it for Julian. Julian, nice little floating backhand intended for Wood, just out of his reach. Brought back out across the blue line. Here come the Maroons the other way. Stolen off his stick. Ends up back on the stick of Kopchak. Over to Pace Rock. Up the wall, just goes off the skate of Sandvik. Wood can't handle it. Back the other way. Elson. Lead pass can't be handled. Wood turns it to the other way for the Nationals. Across the blue line, Sanavy, he takes a shot. That gets blocked. Doyle puts it back up the wall. Picked up by Warrington at the blue line, the newest addition to the Nationals lineup. Julian tries to play it at the blue line, gets called for offside. And we'll have a reset outside of the Maroon zone as both teams get in.
As we get a shot there of Jacob Julian, we mentioned it off the top how he made his OHL debut for the London Knights on Sunday. He played in some good minutes there on Sunday against the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. He looked real good, got a shot on goal in the contest, but didn't get on the board offensively.
Puck goes all the way down, will go for an icing. This is the third matchup of the season between the Maroons and the Nationals. Nationals coming away with wins in both contests so far, including a 9-4 win here in London and then a 5-2 win in Chatham just at the end of October. The Nationals have done a good job at just really dictating play when they've taking on the Maroons so far this season. And without David Brown in the lineup for the Maroons, that's a big hit to their offense. Brown, 19 points in 10 games for the Maroons. Just what a key factor he's played for them so far this season. Haggy to the blue line, he takes a shot. Caught up high by Fullerton, and he'll hang on.
A good puck movement there by the Nationals as McGowan was able to control that puck along the far blue line, give it over to Heggie. And Heggie didn't get a lot on that slop shot. He was waiting for Braden Thompson to maybe get a deflection to try to beat Fullerton in the net.
Haggie over to McGowan. McGowan takes a shot, just whistles it wide. Puck comes out the wall, gets to the blue line, picked up by Milne. Milne circles, runs into Graham. And that gets set back in the offensive zone for the Maroons. Haggie, cross ice to McGowan. McGowan up the middle of the French. French across the blue line, tries to get to Thompson, that gets picked off his stick, gets a little bit of support by Milne. Back McGowan on the far side, he'll throw it behind the net. Watt will pick it up, he tries to put it out front, that goes off a stick and out of play. And we'll have a face-off to the right-hand side of Brett Fullerton.
Again, good pressure by the Nationals. As again, McGowan took a good shot on the net. We were talking about off the air how McGowan hasn't exactly had the same offensive numbers that he put up last season here. So looking to see if he can continue to try to get that offensive momentum going.
Picked up by McKay. He'll try to bring it out. Cross ice, just misses Sculthorpe. Down in the corner, hit into the wall by Lloyd. Puck squirts out on the far side. Try to put down in the corner again by McKay. Bounced off the wall. Picked up at the blue line, the red line. Try to send it back, just misses the target. Picked up by Carson Lloyd. He bows off to Vorak. Gets a little bit of space, carries the puck out across the red line, still goes with it, gets it across the blue line now. Thrown behind the net by Dundas. Zurich can't get a hold of it. Lead pass just a little too far out of the reach for its intended target of Kravonik. Panovic then back out the other way. McKay sends it over Frontier Smith. And the puck will go all the way down. We're going to see another penalty coming here, this time to the Nationals. So the Maroons will get their first power play of the game. And our first period here, as always, is brought to you by J&F Concrete and Ready Mix. So as you mentioned right at the top, Jeremy, key to the game here is the power play for Chatham, so they're going to have to keep a hold of the puck here. The Nationals do have a very aggressive coverage.
Absolutely, and you saw on the replay there that Carson Lloyd took his man down right at the blue line. The official caught it right away, and like you mentioned, the key to the game for Chatham is their power play. We'll see if they can capitalize.
Doyle down low, brought out front, tried to get across ice as Bakic was coming down the wing. Doyle again, over to Graham. Back down low, puts the puck out front, kicked, sent down the length of the ice. It was good work down low by Pace Roth, who drops to a knee to get the puck cleared. Bakic leaves it for Doyle. Doyle up to Gervais. He can't handle the pass. Ends up back on the stick of the Nationals. They'll clear it down the length of the ice. Fullerton comes out to play it. Gives it to Doyle. Doyle now brought up the other way. Here comes Gervais. Across the blue line. Walks in. Nice little move. Gets around Kopchuk, but no one there to help him out. back at the blue line. Doyle takes a shot from the point. That makes it on the way to Barry, and Barry kicks it aside. Back to Doyle again. Doyle walks in, takes another shot. Just misses the net. Bakic now. Nice cross ice pass, a little too hard for Gervais to handle. Picked up behind the net. Matheson back out front, no one there. That puck will clear the zone and give the Nationals a bit of breathing room and a chance to change. Maroons go all the way back into their own zone. Let the Nationals complete their change as the Maroons do the same. Coming up the wall, Dvorak across the blue line, dumps it in. Picked up on the far side, held on to by Sculthorpe. Back to the blue line. Held on over to McKay. McKay, cross ice pass over to Dvorak now. Dvorak, he takes a shot, blocked on the way to the net. Picked up by Thompson. Thompson will just throw it down the length of the ice and kill up a bit more time. Only 11 seconds remaining left on the power play. Up to Dvorak, stopped by McGowan. McGowan halts the offense, back the other way. McKay drops it to Frontier Smith. He puts up the wall. Picked up now, sent in the offensive zone by Sculthorpe. Dvorak will pinch it along the wall. He gets pushed off the puck by Bowers. Bowers collects the puck, gives it to Thompson. Thompson, bit of room to move. He's going to carry it down the right wing side. He gets around his man. Thompson walks in, takes a shot, gets through and scores! Braden Thompson, beautiful individual effort, puts the Nationals up 1-0.
Well, Braden Thompson does exactly what he needs to do there on that shot where he's able to skate this one out. Beautiful feed there by Ryland Bowers on the backhand, and Thompson just does what he needs to do. Drives wide, sees the opening, he shoots it up and through the blocker, through the armhole area there of Fullerton, able to beat him on London's third shot of the game. And they now lead 1-0 as there's only been 4 shots here in tonight's contest, and we're 8 minutes in.
And the Maroons get that full power play, only generate 1 shot on it. And as soon as it ends, the Nationals come back the other way and score. Not the way the Maroons want to start this contest, but I don't think the Nationals will complain. Puck comes up to the blue line, Bakic pinches it, keeps it in. Behind the net, Lloyd pins his man against the board. Brought back out, nice play by Warrington as the puck almost gets right out front of the net. Across the blue line, Palmer throws it down to the corner. Bowers will pick it up, sends it over to O'Reilly. O'Reilly makes a move to get through 1 defender, but can't beat 2. Lloyd pinches at the blue line, keeps it on National stick. O'Reilly tries to get it over to Palmer, but that gets stopped. Sent back the other way. Warrington tries to do a lead pass. That one gets picked off, and we're going to see another penalty coming here. Slashing is the call. And the Maroons are going to head to the box this time, as it'll be Joshua LePayne.
And you can see it here as LePayne, it goes towards the far end boards, and Ryland Bowers' stick gets slashed out of his hand. The ref, near side official, able to see that one, and London will go to the power play for their first opportunity here in the game. They have the top-ranked power play operating at a 26.9 efficiency.
Back to the blue line, McGowan. Sent down low, back to McGowan again. Nationals starting to get in position. Cross ice over Julian. Julian walks in, takes a shot. Catches Fullerton right in the chest, and he'll hang on for the whistle.
Again, good puck movement here by the Nationals as they are able to swing this one across. They find the aforementioned Julian, and he shoots this. I believe it goes off the blocker and then straight down into the 5-hole area of Fullerton, as he did not have a clue as to where that puck was. You could see him freeze there to make sure that the puck would not do any further movement inside of his body.
Face off won by the Maroons. They'll try to clear the zone. Throw to the far side, kept in though. Back to McGowan. Over to O'Reilly. Sam O'Reilly, he walks in, takes a shot, goes off the blocker of Fullerton. Julian, back to the blue line. McGowan again. Got to Julian. Julian walks in. Behind the net to Wood. Wood trying to put it out front. Pressure by Bakic. And then a second chance effort by Wood. Keeps it Nationals in possession. O'Reilly over to Julian. Julian walks in right out front. Puts it in the slot. But shot cannot be taken by Bowers. Foot race now for the puck. McGowan quickly gets chased on there by Hamlin. Nationals throw to an empty wing, nobody there, as Doyle will just pick it up for the Maroons and kill off some more clock. Back to the stick of Doyle, Fortier Smith, and he'll send down the length of the ice. Now to McGowan. McGowan, full head of steam, brings it up the right wing side. Nice little move. He pokes it, poke check across to Bowers. Bowers can't quite get a shot off. Tries a little nifty play, putting it through his legs, but not enough on it to get the shot off properly.
Well, again, we talk about the offensive creativity of McGowan as he does the little in and out move. He tries to chip it over, and there was no real forward that was close enough to try to get the puck. And then Rylan Bowers, again, we talk about his offensive creativity. He tries to go between the legs, but again, the puck not exactly there for him, as now Chatham has a chance the other way.
Elson, he walks in, he takes a shot, catches Barry high on the blocker, and he'll just deflect it out of play. There's a bit of a misplay right at the Nationals blue line as Pace Rock tries to make the play and just bounces over him, and then Elson has a full lane all the way down to the net. Kopchuk has the pressure to take the shot early. Nationals off the faceoff. Over to Kopchuk. 19 seconds remaining in the power play. Thompson flex it in. Up to the blue line. Pace Rock. Down low again. Back to Kopchuk. Over to Palmer. Palmer can't handle the pass. Still collects the puck. Sends it behind the net. They can't be held. Sanity loses control. Now picked up again by Palmer. Palmer cross ice. Had his man going down the wing. Couldn't get to him in time. Power play expires. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Pace Rock. Makes a nice little move. Tries to put it out front. That goes off a leg. The Maroons will try to counterattack the other way. Across the red line. Here comes LePain. Tries to work his way past Kopchuk. Gets the puck right up front. Goes through the slot, but no Maroon player there to collect it. Sanity. Nice little lob pass, tries to get it to Thompson, but not enough on it. Nationals almost get called for too many men as one of their guys jumps on the ice a little too quickly. Across the blue line, Graham, he puts the puck on net. Loose puck down low, Barry was down. Gervais just couldn't get a stick on it. Puck comes out, tried to hit it on to Milne, but Milne can't handle the pass. Turn back the other way. Milne, nice determination. Diving play, gets the steal off Backett. Pass sent right to the empty slot right in the middle. Heggie was not quite ready for the pass. Comes all the way down to the Nationals territory. Over to McGowan. McGowan to Julian. Julian out there with French and Milne. Walks in. French, he takes a shot, puts it right on net. Julian out front, puts it on net, just goes wide. Heggie, he takes a shot from distance. Deflected down low by French. Into the corner. French throws a hit. Milne spins and fires, puts it well wide of the net. Heggie puts it on net. Easy play by Fullerton. Down low, French trying to play it. McKay's going to come away with it for the Maroons. And he tries to put it up ice, blocked by Julian as the Nationals try to turn back the other way. Milne waits, tries to get a pass over to French, but nice deflection by the Maroons defense. Bouncing puck up high, still lost in transition here as the Maroons will try to bring it out. Across the blue line, Matherson. He puts it on net, just goes wide. Barry just reaches out and grabs it. Pace picking up a little too much here for the Nationals goaltender as he'll just stop play and get some fresh legs on the ice.
Smart hold there by Aiden Barry as we have reached past the midway point of period number 1, and so far the Nationals have done a very good job of trying to get shots and will have a lot of traffic in front of Fullerton. As they always say, if the goalie can see it, he can stop it.
Dundas just crossed the blue line, just throws it on net. Kalp will pick it up behind the net, try to dish it out. Over to Doyle. Doyle lead pass. Here comes Dvorak a little too far ahead of him to get a shot off, but the Maroons will collect the puck in the offensive zone. Bow for the puck behind the net. Panovic. He gets hit, but manages to get the puck down to Dvorak. Dvorak takes the shot at a sharp angle. Barry makes the save, and the net comes off.
Yeah, good little attacking zone play here by the Chatham Maroons. They've been playing the cycle game here as they swing it back down low, and then they just try to throw anything from a sharp angle towards Aiden Barry. Barry's able to make the save, and then the Chatham player gets pushed into the net as Dvorak got pushed in, and the net gets deflected off its moorings, hence why the faceoff stays inside.
Doyle for shot from distance. Barry just collects it, and Sculthorpe gets a bit of a slash as a receipt as he goes by at the end.
Yeah, Carson Lloyd didn't appreciate the fact that there was a bit of a shot towards Barry, as Barry was able to put the glove down quickly, but then just that little dig, and the officials will certainly keep their eyes on it, as normally in those situations they only like to take one player.
Right in the slot again, Barry makes the save, loose puck just slides wide. Can't quite find its way out of the stick of Sculthorpe, as Maroons miss out on another golden opportunity. And it looks like that may have taken a buckle off the mask of Barry.
It certainly looks that way, as we're going to take a look at it as pucks works its way up in front. And oh yeah, that definitely hit the helmet of Barry, and Barry immediately kind of recognizes it, puts his glove up into the air, signaling to the official that, hey, I've got an equipment issue here, as he currently is trying to get his strap repaired. Obviously, you want to make sure that strap is 100% clipped into the helmet, which it looks like it is, and so there'll be a face-off to Aiden Barry's right. Shots on goal now read 8-7 in favor of the Nationals, so Chatham's getting some shots towards the net.
Another shot right there, puts it to 8-8 as the Nationals will bring it out. Palmer over to Thompson. Thompson leaves it for Kopchuk. Kopchuk gets hit down low by Cunningham. Maroons trying to break it up. Palmer always picks off that pass. Puck will be brought out. Gets out to the blue line. Waddick, he tries to get it out. It's near the net, but stopped. Nationals behind the net. Palmer has to make a move. He's got LePayne right on top of him. Nationals trying to figure out how to get it out of their own zone right now. Another penalty coming here. Pass gets sent to Barry by Pace Roth, and that got sent down. I don't think Aiden Barry was expecting a pass, but has to make a quick play. And the Nationals will head back to the power play for their second time of the game here, as it is Joshua LePayne heading back to the box.
Yeah, LePayne going to the box, but again, going back to Aiden Barry on that play, that's something that he did not see coming at all, as he was going to the box for the extra attacker, but then all of a sudden the puck's coming in towards his vicinity, and then he decides, you know what, I'm going to try to create some offense here, and he tried to make a stretch pass.
Bowers down low. Nationals trying to put it out front. That gets blocked on the way to its intended target. Back to the blue line for McGowan. Over to Sam O'Reilly. Back to McGowan. McGowan, he takes a shot, puts it wide. Gets up to the blue line, kept in by the Nationals captain. Walks the line, over to O'Reilly. Back to McGowan again. Battle for the battle in front of the net continues once again as Riley Wood in a tough battle with Fortier Smith. Cross ice, down to Julian. Back to the point. Another big slap shot thrown by McGowan. That gets blocked on the way to the net. And goes all the way down the length of the ice. Maroons quickly trying to get a change. Counterattack. Sam O'Reilly. He's walking in. Wide open chance. Loose puck down low. But great defensive work by Bakic to deny the rebound. Julian works along the boards. Back to McGowan at the top of the blue line. O'Reilly to Julian. Julian walks in. He saw the top corner, but just can't hit it. Cross ice again to Julian. Gets deflected on its way to him. McKay spins and manages to get a piece of the puck to get it out of the zone. 39 seconds remaining in the power play. Over to Wood. Wood tries to battle his way past Bakic, but Bakic outpowers him. Pins the puck along the boards. Bowers in there for support. Puck just squeezes out all the way down the length of the ice now. McGowan will pick it up as the Nationals do a bit of changing. McGowan across the red line. Into the offensive zone. Reads it over to Bowers right in the middle. Bowers backhand over to an empty wing. He had a wide open shot, but elects to pass. Across the blue line. Pass it gets blocked. Nationals going to turn it back the other way. Sanovi picks it up. Whistle blows. It'll be a high stick down. So play called dead.
And again, we'll take a look at the Aiden Berry passes. He's coming out, and then all of a sudden, whoa, hey, he has to go collect it, and then tries to make a stretch pass to the far end zone. And then again, here's Sam O'Reilly, a hard shot. He was trying to beat Fullerton down low. He had the room up above the glove side, but full well knowing that Fullerton has that OHL experience, making him think that that glove side's open.
French tries to put up the wall, gets through the blue line, does clear, but Thompson can't collect it. Stolen back, here comes Gervais, across the blue line. He's got two Maroons with him, tries to put it out front, just a little too far in front of Matheson. Thompson, backhand pass, nobody there to collect it, turn back the other way. Kalp will take it, throw in the offensive zone. Berry comes out and plays the puck, gets it to French, tipped out now to Thompson. Thompson and Mills, they'll come in together. Sent into the corner by Doyle, back up front. Graham tries to get a tip pass to get the puck out of the zone, but great play by French to keep it in the offensive zone for the Nationals. Back up the wall, Graham tries to put it off, that goes off the leg. French down low, makes a move in tight, takes a shot, and Hill manages to hold on. Thompson thinks he put it, or French thought he put it in, but beautiful save by Fullerton, keeps it out on another close play off a big mistake by the Maroons.
Yeah, turnover right through Thompson's feet, and then French tries to go in and out, tries to beat Fullerton there, as both French and Thompson thought that was in the back of the net, but Fullerton's able to make that save and keep it at a 1-0 game.
As French was coming back, the National defense was cheering as they thought it was in as well. But the puck stays out, it stays at a 1-0 game. Puck up to the blue line, kept in, brought in by Sculthorpe, down low again, loose puck, rebound attempt, and a huge hit thrown right as the whistle blows, and a beautiful save by Aiden Berry. He stretches out to deny Fanovic.
Well, now the goalies are going save for save. Here's a chance right out in front. Berry with the big stretch, and there's no rebound available either. He's able to get his stick on it right away, get the glove down, control things. So another big save, his first real big save there for Aiden Berry.
Berry brings it over, gets it over to Sandovi. Sandovi tries to throw a cross-ice pass. Just bouncing puck, cannot be handled. Played to the blue line. Wood tries to put it down to Julian. Bouncing puck, he still can't get a hold of it. Wood again tips the puck, gets it in through the legs of the defender, but the Maroons will continue possession. Over to Doyle. Doyle off the wall to Dvorak. Gets the puck up, here comes Fanovic. Across the blue line. Waits for some support. Tries to throw it over to Dvorak, ends up getting stolen by Wood. Wood, backhand pass. Julian chases after it. He's going to collect the puck. He's got two men right up front, plates the shot, and a big save out front by Fullerton.
And then Fullerton after the play didn't appreciate the fact that the Nationals were crashing the net hard on the play. As the puck came down, and again, just the speed of Jacob Julian on the far side, he's able to get to this puck, and he throws this one right out in front, and you can try to see there as O'Reilly tries to capitalize, and then there a collision right out in front there as Wood pushes the Chatham player into the net, which again, Fullerton didn't appreciate the fact that they were driving inside his blue paint, but nonetheless, with 1:45 to go, London with an offensive scoring opportunity.
Bowers over to Hagee. Hagee throws it on net. That gets tipped wide and hits the back of netting. Back to the blue line, kept in by McGowan. McGowan off the wall. Tries to get it down to O'Reilly, stolen by the Maroons. Puck will come out. Across the blue line, Elson. Can't quite handle the puck, just throws it behind the net. McGowan tries to turn it up. Elson gets it back to McKay, the blue line. He takes a shot, that one goes wide. There's a big hit thrown right along the boards. Brought down low again. That goes off the leg of Berry and out of play. Both teams just exchanging blows right now, getting chance after chance. And both goalies standing tall so far. Shots 12-11 in favor of the Nationals. We still hold a 1-0 lead here. Just a minute left in the first. Matheson gets it up to the blue line, loses possession, but manages to get it right back. Gauthier Smith over to Gervais. Gervais across the blue line. He tries to throw it into the slot area. Can't quite get it onto a stick. Kept in the offensive zone by Graham. Milne applying pressure. Picked up by Gervais, down to Graham. Back up the wall to McKay. He tries to throw it down, that gets blocked and sent up the other way, as here come the Nationals the other way. In the offensive zone, Owen McGowan takes the shot, and that one gets held up by Fullerton, as Milne ended up getting into it with one of the Maroons players.
It looked like him and McKay on that play. As again, we're taking a look at the chance here. McGowan gets the shot off, and once again, Fullerton with the save. But you're right, it happened right in the neutral zone as Milne and McKay were going at it. Owen Milne, always a guy that's going to get into the thick of things and always here on the Wednesday night tradition.
Play down low. Milne in the face-off dot with the Gervais. Face-off won by the Nationals. Thompson tries to get a quick backhander off. That gets blocked out of the way to the net. Gervais across the blue line. He walks in. Nice little poke check by Kopchuk. Kopchuk takes another hit by Matheson. Kopchuk just pins the puck along the boards with his feet, trying to get some help from Thompson. Puck ends up squeezing out, and now the Nationals bring it the other way. Across the blue line, Dundas gonna take a hit against the wall. Thompson, he takes another hit. Back will turn it back the other way. Penalty coming here to the Nationals, so the Maroons will start the second period on the power play. That was be a cross-checking call coming to Thompson right at the end of the first period. So as we get set here for the first intermission, Nationals leading the Maroons by a score of 1-0. You are watching the London Brewing Co-op Nationals hockey here on Rogers TV.
This program is brought to you by the following sponsors.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details. Watching hockey just got a power play with NHL Center Ice and Super Sports Pack. With up to 37 out-of-market NHL games a week, you'll always catch your favorite team no matter where you live. Whether it's big matchups you're looking for or following your top fantasy picks, it's all here. NHL Center Ice, part of the Rogers Super Sports Pack. All this for only $35.95 a month. Order through your remote on Channel 450 or call 1-888-ROGERS-1 today.
Online betting is booming. Booyah! Woo! Oh yeah! You could win big! But you could also lose. There is risk with online gambling, and that's a reality nobody's shouting about. Learn about safer play at knowtherisks.ca.
You're watching Rogers TV.
Welcome back, fans. I'm here with Tyler Hamlin from the Chatham Maroons. Now, Tyler, this is your first season playing Junior B and with the Chatham Maroons. How's it going so far?
It's a lot different from like AAA in my minor year. It's a lot faster and stronger. Like everyone's strong, so it's really competitive. Yeah, that's about it.
Chatham is known to have one of the best fan bases in Junior B hockey. How is it stepping onto the ice at the Chatham Memorial Arena?
Oh, I love it. Every single night, every Sunday night, it's always a blast seeing hundreds of people there and supporting you. Like, no clue who they are, but they still come to support no matter what, and I love it.
It's always good to have a good fan base. You guys are down 1 goal going into the second period. What's your goal to kind of get another goal up on the scoreboard for your team?
For sure, special teams. If we get both our PK and our power play going, I think it's going to be a close game.
Thanks so much, Tyler. We'll be right back with more London Brewing Co-op Nationals hockey right after this.
The London 55+ Games are held in the winter and summer each year. The Games offer an opportunity for seniors to participate in more than 30 sports and social games. The Winter Games, held in November, will include badminton, squash, pickleball, volleyball, billiards, darts, cribbage, euchre, bowling, women's hockey, and skating. Something for everybody. All are welcome. All facilities are accessible. Annual membership is only $15, and most events are free thanks to the support of London Recreation. Join us and bring a friend.
When an impaired driver killed my brother DJ, my life changed forever. During the pandemic, all of our lives changed, and many of us turned to alcohol and drugs to cope. As life returns to normal, the increase in substance use from COVID has lingered, and some police services report an increase in impaired driving that caused heartbreak and devastation. Now, more than ever, we need your commitment to never drive impaired, and to encourage all of your family and friends to do the same. Together, we can save lives.
Watch, play, and win every Monday night at 8 p.m. with Optimus TV Bingo on Rogers TV. Cards are available at multiple London locations and are good for all 3 games. Weekly jackpots total $3,000. Back here at the Western Fair Sports Centre, after 20 minutes of play, the London Nationals leading the Chatham Maroons by a score of 1-0. Off the back of some hard-working play and just some beautiful work by Braden Thompson. Overall, what do you think of the Nationals after that first period?
I thought it was a good first period for the Nationals. I mean, they were doing a really good job of being dogs on the puck. They were really trying to get after it. They were able to make a few turnovers, which led to them having some creative offensive opportunities, and hence why they got the first goal in the contest and the only goal so far here in the first period.
Taking a look at what we saw in that play as well, Braden Thompson, as we said, huge individual effort. Does get a bit of help down low by, I believe it was Rylan Bowers getting it up to him, and then Thompson just comes in all just hard working all by himself. He had Bowers with him, but beautiful work to get that bucket.
And that's the type of goal that Thompson likes to score, right? He likes to be in front of the net, crashing and scoring. You can see Bowers, McGowan getting on the board with an assist as well. So, you know, a guy like Thompson, he likes to get those crash the net type of goals. So on that one, he's able to put it to an area where the goaltender's not able to get full control of it. And now London has a 1-0 lead, yet they'll be short-handed heading into period number 2.
Funny story, actually. When right before the broadcast started, you and I were talking about how I thought Owen McGowan hadn't been looking as much like his old self as what we saw from him last year, really taking a much more defensive role to the game. Still leading the team in defensive scoring, but hadn't been jumping up in as many plays. Tonight, he's been all over the place and has looked fantastic in both his own end and in the offensive zone.
Yeah, he looks like the Owen McGowan of last season, where he's all, like you mentioned, he's all over the place in the defensive zone and in the offensive zone as well. He's creating those opportunities. He had a shot here in the first period, a good hard one-time shot that unfortunately didn't go in for him, but it looks like Owen McGowan is back to being the guy that he was last season, and let's see if he can try to climb up the defensive scoring list like he did last season.
What the Nationals would love to see their captain up on those top charts as well. Now looking in the net between the pipes for the Chatham Maroons, Fullerton played fantastically here tonight. He hasn't had too much opportunities here in the GOJHL, but tonight he has looked fantastic against the league's best offense.
Yeah, again, it's only his 3rd game here in the GOJHL. He looks solid. I mean, he comes over from the Windsor Spitfires, so not too far, or pardon me, the Saginaw Spirit, so it's not that far from Chatham, so he's able to play here tonight for the Chatham Maroons. And again, like you mentioned, he looks real solid in goal. He's keeping everything square. Not too many are getting by him. He only allowed the one to Thompson, but other than that, he's made the saves when he's needed to, keeping Chatham in this game.
The thing that makes it even more stands out even more is the fact that a lot of those chances are high danger opportunities. The Maroons ended up giving up quite a few turnovers tight in their own zone. Nationals getting those golden opportunities, and Fullerton stood up to the talent, the opportunity on every chance. Looked fantastic in the first 20. Back at the other end, his counterpart, Aiden Berry, just as good as we expect him. Had a few huge key saves and did everything that the Nationals needed of him.
Absolutely. I mean, when a guy like Aiden Berry, you know, last Wednesday he didn't exactly have the best effort, I would say, in front of him last Wednesday night when they were able to pot 7 for the St. Mary's Lincolns on the Nationals last week, but Berry's looked good. His rebound control has been really good, and that last save there, he was able to really stretch out on that, didn't allow any loose change around him, able to control things, slow the pace down. As we mentioned in that first period, they were going back and forth, going chance for chance, and the goaltenders were trying to settle things down to get control of the game.
That's something the Maroons probably have to stop doing. They don't want to go chance for chance with the Nationals. The offense is a little too strong on that one, on the side of the blue and white. The Maroons got to try to slow it down, get more of their pace of the action here. They will start the second period with a power play, so that's going to change a bit of how the second period will start. We said special teams is the big key here. What do the Maroons have to do on this power play to try to change their fortunes in the second?
Maybe try something like crushing the net, maybe. We're seeing a lot of outside shots from the Maroons so far, and Aiden Barry's been able to, again, easily control those shots. So if they can try to get some traffic in front of the net like the Nationals have here in this first period, that might be able to cash in for the Maroons.
Absolutely. We'll see if they are able to make something of that as we get set here for our second period on the London Brewing Co-op Nationals Hockey on Rogers TV.
Leonard Thompson, 13 years old, diabetes mellitus, 65 pounds.
Starve the child to let them live. The treatment's as cruel as the disease. It's a death sentence.
Dr. Banting, this could be it. He's the first to receive this trial. But will it save him?
It's not pure enough.
So we try again. And again. And again.
Before the discovery of insulin, diabetes was a death sentence. Banting, Best, Collop, and McLeod's breakthrough has saved millions of lives. Leonard Thompson's was the first.
Chilling and growing with Jeff. Jeff isn't visiting a backyard, but a parking lot. It's a tailgate party featuring floated pierogies, award-winning chicken wings, and more. Watch Chilling and Growing with Jeff Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Taking a look at our Paul Duarte and Associates shots on goal. Shots are 13-11 in favor of the Nationals after 20 minutes to play, and leading to our score of 1-0. As we look forward now to our next contest here on Rogers TV, the Nationals will be taking part against the Strathroy Rockets, who are closing in on their top spot in the Western Conference. Rockets, one of the most surprising teams of this season, and it should be a tough contest for them as always. As we get set here for second period action, the Maroons start the period on the power play. As the Maroons are out on the ice already, Nationals taking their time. No signs of them coming out of their own dressing room as of yet.
Yeah, something we saw last Wednesday here at the Western Fair, where they were losing quite big to the St. Mary's Lincolns, and they were late coming out to the ice, and right now they are still not out yet. Chatham is ready to go. We're waiting on the Nationals, as I can see Aiden Barry swinging the door open, and out he comes. So he's ready to go. Just the question is, where is everybody else?
That's a good question.
And I can see there's another player coming.
And here comes the rest of the team, it looks like, possibly. As we get set here, just shout out to one of the linesmen in the game here, Kyle Friel, friend of the show.
Former colleague.
My color commentator from last season as well. So out there doing one of the linesmen tonight. As here comes most of the rest of the Nationals lineup, slowly but surely.
And we get a shot of Kyle, yep. The Kyle and Kyle show last year, unfortunately. This year he decides, you know what, I'm sick of being in the broadcast booth. I want to go down onto ice level. What we should have done is maybe get a mic on him and put maybe an earpiece in his ear and maybe try to chat with him during a game.
Maybe, but he can only deal with me so much. Like it wears on people, just like the other way around. It was Ryan. You can only deal with Ryan for so long. As we get set here, Brighton Thompson heads to the box. As Nationals still waiting for their other half of their lineup to show up. As the last two penalty killers step onto the ice. 1-0 is your score here between the Maroons and the Nationals. Off the goal by Braden Thompson. He's currently in the box. Face-off set up now. O'Reilly in the thought. Maroons will win it. Back to back. Over to Doyle. Doyle will carry it across the blue line as the Maroons will try to set up their own power play to start the period. Over to Gervais on the near side. Sends it down low. Back to back. Over to Doyle. Doyle, he takes a shot from distance. That one just whistles high over the net. Gervais down low. Still maintaining possession. Circling around Matheson. Back up to Doyle. Doyle to Gervais. Trying to find an opening down in the slot. Takes a shot from distance. Gets tipped out front by Fanovic. Another shot on the rebound out in front of the net. Barry makes the save. Back to Gervais. Back to the top of the blue line to Doyle. Doyle can't handle the pass, but no threat to get the puck out of the zone. Back it. Gervais, one-time chance back out front. No one can get a hold of it. And the puck gets bounced right into the neutral ice. Doyle again, over to Matheson. Matheson to Gervais. Gervais walks to the top of the circle, overskates the puck. Has to set it down low to Matheson again. Back to Gervais, almost picked off, now stolen by McGowan. McGowan puts it up the wall, tries to get to Milne, but kept in by Doyle. Gervais keeps it in the offensive zone for the Maroons. Down low to Matheson. Gervais again. Up to the blue line, Doyle over to Backett, cross ice. Over again, one-time opportunity. That one's saved again by Barrie. Nationals will finally clear the zone. Sam O'Reilly gets just shy of the red line and dumps it in. Fullerton throws it cross ice. Fanovic across the blue line, just a bit offside as Graham cuts a little too early. And the Maroons try to catch the Nationals sleeping, have to get pulled back.
Yeah, again, Aiden Barrie coming up big as they get it across the ice, and Barrie aggressive in his crease, able to slide over to his left, recognizing the fact that he had lots of help around him on that play. He's able to make that save, and there's still 10 seconds to go here on this Nationals penalty kill.
Sculthorpe, he'll just pick it up and send it hard into the Nationals territory. Picked up by Kopchuk, stolen by Dvorak. Dvorak down low, he gets pinned against the boards by Kopchuk. Julian in there for support. Penalty over Thompson back on the ice. Back to the top of the blue line. McKay walks in, tries to find an open lane. Still holding on. Pressured by Sandin. Puts it out front. Just misses the stick of Graham. And that puck will go down the length of the ice as the Nationals will switch up. Wood back on the ice for the Nationals. Sculthorpe now. Lead pass for McKay. Just a little bit out of his reach. Pace Ross tries to put it back to the wall. Can't get it out of the zone. Graham has it for the Maroons. Gets off the back wall. Finds its way into the glove of Barrie. And Barrie will hang on.
Some good offensive zone pressure here by the Maroons early on here in the second period, as they now lead the shot clock, as it's now 15-13 in favor of the Maroons. And I like the fact that Chatham's aggressive on their forecheck. They force the London B to move the puck up the ice as soon as they can, so it's good pressure by the Chatham forecheck.
One thing I did notice the Nationals doing a lot on that power play, though, is they're running their box on their penalty kill a lot tighter than they normally do. And it was really stopping any of those chances in tight from coming because they just trust Aiden Barrie to stop any of these shots from distance. And that's basically how the season has gone. Most teams can't beat Aiden Barrie from about 40 feet out. They have to get it in tight and force a rebound. And that's what the Nationals are really trying to focus on so far tonight.
You know, a lot of times in hockey, we talk about that home plate area basically being inside the face-off dots towards the net. Basically, the Nationals protect that area really well. And as you mentioned, anything outside of that home plate area, Aiden Barrie should be able to make the save, and they trust Aiden Barrie to make that save. And I'm sure the same can be said on the Chatham side too is if there's anything inside of that scoring area, you know, that's where a lot of those primary goals come from. So certainly something that both teams want to do a good job of defending.
Absolutely. Would not be surprised. That's always the golden area you have to defend no matter what's out there. Puck sent behind the net. Picked up by the Maroons. Doyle off the wall. Gets pinned against the boards. Trey Loud can't handle it. Still maintains possession by the Maroons. Tried to hit the home run pass to Elson. Deflected out. Stolen back the other way. Maroons almost getting a big opportunity on the turnover, but here come the Nationals. Dundas over to Bowers. Bowers takes a shot, misses the top corner. Kept in by Lloyd. Lloyd puts it out front, trying to get a deflection in front of the net. The Palmers can't get the rebound. Doyle in the corner. Puts it up the wall. Trela brings it out to the blue line. Cross the blue line now, puts it in. That goes off the leg of Warrington. Doyle from distance, he puts it on net. Barry kicks aside. Warrington puts it up the wall, picked up by Dundas. Dundas gets hit, but manages to get the puck up to Zurich. Zurich tries to hit Lloyd going through the middle, but that gets deflected. Down to McGowan. McGowan just crossed the red line, dumps it in deep. Play on the far side, Kaup will just clear the zone. Gervais on the far side, gets it to the blue line and going to be well offside. As I think Graham lost track of where Gervais was in the play. And we'll have to reset outside Nationals area.
And we've seen that a few times now from Chatham. They've tried to hit that home run pass, trying to catch the Nationals napping a few times, but the Nationals able to get their sticks solid onto the ice, controlling the play, making sure that home run pass doesn't happen.
Back, can't handle the pass, puts it up the wall now, just out of the reach of Matheson. The Nationals will turn it the other way. Here comes French, across the blue line. Works his way past Waddick. Tries to put it down the corner. Waddick will pick it up, put it up the wall, just out of the reach of Matheson, and be collected by McGowan. McGowan lead pass for Milne. Milne will just tip it, put it in the offensive zone. French hard on the puck. Waddick, he fights off a hit. Picked up, Matheson, he's got a step, carries it in, drop past the back, takes a shot, big bad save by Barry. Nationals try to turn it quickly the other way. Here comes French. Cross the red line, he's got two Nationals with him. Over to Milne, Milne can't handle the pass. Milne, backhand up the wall, picked up by McGowan. Back to Milne. Milne, cross ice pass. Slap shot from Heggie, finds its way onto the net. Held on and put out by Fullerton. Both teams going off for full changes. McGowan off the wall. Can't quite hit Thompson with the pass. Picked up now by Wood. Wood across the blue line. He's got Sanity with him. Maroons diving all over the place to deny Wood the pass. Puck gets tipped. Still can't end up on his designated target. Puck comes out and that will be offside. Sanity just touches it as it cleared the attempt to Wood.
And again, we'll see the work here of Barry as again Matheson tried to get that step. He recognized he has a player behind him in Badchik, and Badchik unloads on the shot. Again, Aiden Barry strong out in front of his crease, able to make the save.
Picked up now on the far side. Puck gets sent the length of the ice. Barry comes out and plays, puts it up the wall. Cross ice here, the Nationals across the blue line. Sanity, he has an open lane, he takes a shot. Fullerton makes the save. Down low again. Still maintain possession. Sanity tried to nice little tap pass, a little too light, and turned back the other way by the Chatham Maroons. Across the blue line, down low. Maroons maintain possession, put it out front. That one just can't reach his target. Picked up by Sculthorpe, he puts it around. On the far side, Fanovic. Back to Sculthorpe, he gets pinned against the wall. Fanovic, he walks in, he takes a shot, whistles it wide to the top corner. Doyle the blue line, he gets run over hard by Sanavy. Puck goes down low, another big hit thrown in the corner. Couple big hits thrown by Julian as he just car crash hockey behind the net. Novik fights off a hit. Kopchuk, he doesn't have a stick, but he's going to take a penalty on the play. Julian pins his man against the boards. Whistle finally will blow. So it'll be Kopchuk heading to the box. I believe it will be for head contact.
Yeah, lots of physical play down inside the London zone there. As you'll see the big physicality play there by Sanovi as he runs over his man, and then without his stick, he takes a shot down low. The official calls that one for the head contact on the play. It's going to be a 2-minute variety. And once again, one of the keys to the game we talked about for Chatham is their power play. It's still only down a goal. We'll see if they can capitalize here as we're approaching the midway mark here in this second period.
Third power play of the game for the Maroons. Their last one was their best chance, generating 5 shots on the play, but nothing heading into the back of the net so far. Picked up by Doyle. Over to Gervais. Sends it down low. Back to Gervais again. He takes a shot. That one gets blocked on the way to the net. Matheson, he can't get a hold of it. Picked up. Doyle hold on to it. Nice play at the blue line by Thompson as he'll try to work his way in the offensive zone. Thompson collects it, throws it all the way back, and Nationals will kill off some more clock. Dumped in the offensive zone. Thompson will try to rush to it. Fullerton will just throw it behind him. Back the other way. Across the blue line. Over to Gervais. He takes a shot. That gets blocked on the way. Loose puck down low. Still can't find it. Stays out again as the defense comes to the rescue for Aiden Barry for what seems like the 3rd or 4th time tonight. Milne down low. Lob pass sent across the ice, intended for Julian. Julian picks it up, gets it across the blue line, but loses possession. Now on the stick of Gervais. Matheson leaves it for Doyle. 42 seconds left in the power play. Lead pass, that gets blocked and sent back the other way by Julian. Dvorak will come out and play it for the Maroons. Cross ice over to Doyle. Doyle brings into the attacking zone. He takes a shot from distance. Easily gloved down by Barry and takes the whistle.
Once again, Barry settles things down, and again, Chatham comes in on this play. They get the shot off. Gervais gets it. It goes up in the air. See, they're battling with time. I talked about how you want to get traffic, and that puck squirts through in behind Barry, but never crosses the line. And so again, dangerous scoring opportunity there for the Chatham Maroons. But once again, the London D coming up strong and sweeping that puck away and working it out.
Cortez Smith, he takes a shot blocked by Palmer. Down low, Dvorak with the puck. Pressured by Lloyd, gets it back up to the blue line. Cortez Smith can't handle it. Pressured again by Palmer. Dvorak can't handle the pass. Penalty to Kopchuk expires. He's back on the ice. He quickly heads over to the bench for the new attacker. Stalthorpe down low, puts it behind the net. Dvorak can't get it out front. Turn the other way, here come the Nationals. Dundas, he works his in, nice little move, still can't handle it. Now over to Bowers, Bowers can't get the pass. And the Maroons will turn it the other way. Graham, lead puck, gets ahead of him. Over the blue line, pass-paced Roth, runs over his man. And the puck will get deflected in the neutral zone. Back at cross ice. Fortier Smith picks it up, pressured by Dundas, but gets by him. Here's it across the blue line. Puck gets deflected off a stick and out of play. 10 minutes exactly remaining here in the second period. Shot 21-16 in favor of the Maroons now.
Chatham having a lot of control so far in this second period. We haven't really seen any real grade A scoring opportunities from the Nationals here in this second period, but again, Chatham doing a good job of controlling this period so far.
And that shot's 10-3 in favor of the Maroons so far in the second period here. Puck is a little too far out of the reach of Zurich, and so we'll reset again. Yeah, shots were 13-11 in favor of the Nationals after the first period. And then just quickly, the Maroons just piling up all kinds of rubber sent the way of Aiden Berry, but still nothing getting by him so far. Down low, back it, he'll bow for the puck. Gets it up the wall. Trey Loud puts it into the slot area, but that gets blocked. Warrington, he takes a tumble on the play. Gets the puck along the wall. Puck gets out to the blue line. Wood backhands it off the board, gets it out into neutral ice. And tries to get turned around the other way. Trey Loud throws it back to his D. Nationals regroup in their own zone. Up to Wood. Wood, backhander off the wall. Sent back by Bunker. Jackson Bunker tries to lead the attack. He gets the puck gets turned around. Wood thrown hard into the wall. Hamlin back the other way. Across the blue line. Walks in. Elson to the pass. Big save by Barry. Denies Waddick the shot at the top of the circle.
Again, Barry having to be the busier of the two goaltenders so far in the second period. As another shot goes early on, and you can see Aiden Berry down in the butterfly. He's able to snatch that one out of the air as we have 9 minutes to go here in period number 2. 22-16 the shots on goal for Chatham.
Shot down low, that gets blocked on the way to the net. The Nationals will turn it back. Sanovy across the blue line. He stops up just short of the circle. Throws it behind the net, just out of the reach of Bowers. Cunningham, he puts it off the wall. Into the far corner. Sanovy, he goes hard into the wall. Nationals looking for a call, not going to get one. Let's be careful they don't take a penalty themselves. Cunningham gets up to the blue line. Takes a shot on net. Barry makes the save. Nationals spin pass, trying to hit a home run all the way to Bowers on the far blue line. Back around the wall. Physicality continues to pick up here in the contest between these two teams. As Barry goes to make a save, but his shoulder catches the crossbar and puts the net off its moorings. A few extra words being said there by Sanovy. As always, it's the basic stuff. It's asking where you guys are going for dinner after the game, best place to go here in London.
What's your typical Arby's order, something like that.
Exactly.
And again, always per normal, the far end zone having to get worked on as the pegs traditionally come off at least a few times a game.
Milne cross ice. Nationals will try to bring it out. Hagee will just throw in the offensive zone. Fullerton comes out to play it. Throws it up the board. Gets to the blue line. And just past McGowan. McGowan pressured by Graham. Gervais in there for support. Maroons almost get the turnover, but good work by McGowan to get the puck out. Sent back in, and Barry will just collect it and hang on.
Barry had an opportunity to play that puck there, but he saw that Chatham was coming in hard on their forecheck, and he's able to gobble up. As we see Lou the Bear is back here. He's been missing the last couple of weeks, and they've given him a stick, which I'm not sure is the smartest of ideas, but it's good to see Lou the Bear back in action here at the Western Fair.
Face-off won by the Nationals. They'll try to clear the zone. Nice pass cross ice over to Dundas. Dundas drop pass over Pace Roth. Back to Dundas. Pace Roth again. Just can't connect. Sculthorpe turns back the other way for the Maroons. Pass intended for Dvorak, just out of his reach. At the blue line. Sculthorpe in there. Palmer. He's going to throw a hit. Galen Palmer has had probably his best game of the season so far tonight. He's been all over the ice. The Nationals collect the puck. Bouncing puck sent back into the National zone. Kopchuk will collect it. Circles back, has a Maroons defender draped all over. Back out front, shoots and scores! Great play down low as the Maroons get on the board and tie up the game. Sculthorpe over to Fanovic, and he'll bury his 7th of the season.
Yeah, turnover behind the net. As you can see, Kopchak goes down low. He gets his stick lifted, and Chatham just gets an easy 2-0 basically on this play as they feed it over. And again, it's a beautiful shot on the net. Aiden Berry not able to stop that one as Finovic is able to get on the board. As you mentioned, for him, that is his 7th of the season.
Not going to get a point in that play, but Tyler Hamlin was all over Kopchak down low and forces that turnover. Fantastic work by the rookie. Basically the main reason that goal happens, as that's not a play you normally see Kopchak giving up the puck like that. And turns around the other way. Now the LePain heading to the box for the 3rd time of the night. So this time I believe it is going to be for head contact. So he will head to the box once again. So the Nationals get a chance to regain their lead here. Power play has looked okay so far, had some few opportunities, but they are having a real tough time getting anything past forward.
Yes, and again, he was having a conversation with Kyle Friel there as he was trying to get his side, saying that I didn't go in there trying to make that contact play.
Huge slap stop right from the point. Just misses. French down low. He tries to get over to Wood. Another shot from a sharp angle. See, another big opportunity given here to Jaden French as he's out on the power play, on the top power play unit.
Yeah, French has looked really good here in tonight's contest. There's been a few of those secondary guys. And, you know, Palmer's had a really good game in here tonight. So again, we talked about how the secondary scoring needs to step up for the Nationals. And we can see French joining the top unit, and a guy like Palmer, you know, the secondary scoring certainly improved presence here tonight.
Absolutely, and if one of those guys can get a goal here, that'd be a huge moment. French down low, cross ice over to Julian. Julian doesn't like his option. McGowan over to Sandoby. Down low, French can't quite get the tip on it. Julian back to McGowan. Over to Julian again, cross ice, walks into it as Bowers. That one just whistles wide. Cross ice to Bowers again. Bowers to Julian. Back to the top of the point. Another shot on net, finds its way right to the net and trying to poke out of this French. But back it just pushes him into Maroons' net.
And again, French just proving all kinds of presence in front. As you can see, he's providing that presence and the shot on goal, and he tries to dig for the loose change. And Fullerton says, I'll have none of that. I will make the save, and you can slide in the net yourself, and the puck won't.
So just under a minute gone here in the period. The net trying to be fixed and pushed back in to the ice a bit better. Face off one cleanly by the Maroons. Doyle will pick it up, throw it hard around the board. Kept in, nice work by Bowers to keep it in the offensive zone. All for naught as Elson just turns it the other way. Across the blue line, here comes Julian. To the open wing to Bowers. Bowers just got catching his skate. Can't quite get the shot off cleanly. Bowers fans on the pass, and Elson just takes it and puts it down the length of the ice. McGowan behind the net, carries it out for the Nationals. Draw pass, gets it through the blue line. Julian can't cross it, and the Nationals get stalled up again. Thompson over to Julian. Julian across the blue line. He waits, finds Bowers. Bowers walking in, gets over to French. French can't get the shot off. Back to the top of the blue line again. McGowan, he walks in, over to Bowers. Bowers puts it down low. That one just gets deflected into the corner. Nationals still maintain possession. 7 seconds left on the power play. McGowan takes his pass down low. Shot in tight. Saved again by Fullerton. Penalty expires. Whole run pass attempted to hit LePain, but gets denied. McGowan collects the puck for the Nationals. LePain right on top of him, applying pressure. Great spin move by McGowan will get the Nationals in the attacking zone again. Loose puck down low, trying to get it out front by Dundas, but can't quite get it onto his forehand for the shot. Strips Fullerton of the puck behind his own net, and he almost paid for it. Back to the blue line. Pace Rock. He takes a shot from distance. Bounced off the wall. Loose puck again. Trying to get the rebound shot, but stopped again. As Dundas. Here comes Milne across the blue line. He gets stopped up. Gervais battles for the puck. Gets it back out. Graham gets a piece of it. Over to Matheson. Back to Graham again. Gervais tries to get to Matheson. Can't quite get the pass onto his stick, and the puck will set down the length of the ice. Both teams exchanging blows here late in the second period. Graham across the blue line, fights off a hit from Milne. Gets it up to Matheson. Back to the blue line, back it. He takes a shot, that one goes wide. Play on the far side, Waddick. He gets spun around. Nationals pick up the puck, try to bring it out. Nice defensive play by Matheson. Back across the blue line comes Waddick. He tries to make a move to get past Top Shot. Back down low again, Booz! Huge chance right in the slot as Gervais walks into it, and Barry makes a big save as he goes post to post and stands tall once again.
And again, we'll take a look at these London chances. That it goes right and out in front to French, and French not able to settle that down and let that one in. And then there's someone we very well know that likes to say, if you're a goaltender, you tend the goal. And on that one, Fullerton lost control of the puck and almost got caught behind his net. And the Nationals almost capitalized, but then at the other end, Chatham was trading their chances as well. So back and forth we go here late in this second period.
We talked about the story of the game being the roller coaster of the season, but this game itself has been a roller coaster of emotions for both teams as they keep getting chance after chance, but the goaltenders continue to just be the stars of the show. Sanovi up the wall, kept in by Warrington. Waddick will turn it back the other way. Deflected puck by Bowers, gets sent in the corner by the Nationals. Thompson will be in there battling for it with Sculthorpe. Stolen by Dvorak, sent around into the corner. Warrington will put it up the wall. That goes off a leg. Thompson will collect it for the Nationals, try to send it out. Picked off right at the blue line by McKay. Or by Kaup. Down low again, Cunningham. Can't quite get it out front. Lloyd, he breaks his stick on the play. He just throws a hit as Sculthorpe takes a shot right at Barry. And Barry will make the save and hang on and let Lloyd go to the bench for a new twig.
Yeah, you can see Bowers there having a chat with the official as he may have felt that Lloyd's stick was sloshed out of his hands and looking for a call there, but nonetheless, again, Chatham pressing here. As we'll take a look down low as you can see the frustration there by Lloyd as he had to throw his stick away. And now there's a 50-50 call there for the official.
Down low, beautiful chance in tight. LePayne almost puts the Maroons in on top. And Barry has to make another huge save. Over to Bunker. Bunker, lead pass to Julian. Julian across the blue line. He waits, takes a shot on net. Tipped in front by French, but still can't get past Fullerton. Julian almost walks into his own man. Puck gets sent cross ice. The Maroons will just deflect it out of play. As LePayne just tips it in.
As we didn't get to see this Aiden Barry save live, we're going to see it here on the replay. The faceoff is won, and then it's passed over, and a beautiful save by Aiden Barry right off the draw. Recognizes the man's going to be right in that home plate area that we mentioned. And that's where both goals have come from here in tonight's contest. Both in the far end zone here to our left of our broadcast location. Thompson got a goal in the first period for the Nationals, and for the Maroons,
Panovic with the goal for the Maroons. Down low, cross-ice pass. Nationals threatening again. Shot from distance. That hits a man out front. That one hurts. Another shot on net. That gets deflected out front. Gervais sacrificing his body to keep the puck out. Matheson can't get a hold of the puck. Thompson, nice little play. Dipsy noodles his way around. And the puck goes off of Fullerton and out of play.
Again, the Nationals doing a good job of moving the puck to the open side as the guys like McGowan and Milne feed it over to that far side. And again, good saves here by Fullerton as he's been able to be aggressive in his crease, and he's faced a lot of shots that have been high leverage shots that have been up around his chest and shoulder area as they haven't really got anything low on him yet here in tonight's game.
Way down low, Maroons will collect it, and they'll try to move out. Frontier Smith just diving all the way across the blue line. And he goes flying through the air. That's going to be a penalty on the Nationals. Tripping is the call. As we get another look at this, Frontier Smith just diving play, just goes flying across the red line to the blue line.
I don't believe that Frontier Smith saw him coming there on that play. As Sanavy, we know he likes to play the body quite a bit, and he was trying to throw a hit, and at the last second, Frontier Smith made a last-minute move, and he ended up basically doing a flip and falling down onto the ice.
Shot by Gervais. Down low again, another chance for the Maroons. Back over to Doyle. Down to Gervais. Pass gets tipped and out of the National zone. Maroons now, this is their 5th power play of the game. Still yet to convert on one. Down low again, huge hit thrown by Heggie. As the Nationals try to collect the puck. Kept in by Backett. Backett throws it out the wall, nobody there. And that'll do it for the period. There's a little more pushing and shoving after the whistle goes. The linesman in there trying to break it up and get everything back under control. Both teams will head to the locker rooms here. 1-1 is your score as we get set for our second intermission here on the London Bruin Co-op Nationals Hockey on Rogers TV. That's a lot of hits.
All I wanted was to see a movie.
One down, please.
I can't sell downstairs tickets to you people.
How dare they? I could afford to buy the more expensive ticket. I run my own business. But they refused to take my money. They left me there all night. On what charge? They said I didn't pay the theater tax. But it was really about color.
Sister Desmond, appeal this conviction and your community will stand behind you.
Do you have any idea what this will do to us?
So what are you going to do?
Make it right.
Viola Desmond's case inspired Nova Scotia's civil rights movement. She was pardoned 63 years later based on the injustice of her conviction.
Welcome back, fans. I'm here with Logan Paceroth from the London Nationals. Logan, fans are just dying to know, why did you change your number this season?
Well, number 10 was my number all grown up through minor hockey, and got the opportunity to get it back, so I thought I'd take it.
Awesome. You have quite a few teammates living with you. Can you kind of tell us a little bit about that and who's living with you and the dynamic in the household?
Yeah. Well, it started off last year, about halfway through the year at the trade deadline when we got Sanavy there. He moved in. And then this year at Star, we got McKinnon and Fisher, so went from being no brothers to one to now three. It's a pretty busy household, but we have fun. I like it.
Awesome. Your mom runs the social media for the London Nationals. She has quite a big part in the team. What's that like for you?
It's good. She likes to volunteer a lot of her time working at the door before the games and helping out with social media. I don't know too much about it, but she does a pretty good job at it.
You guys are tied 1-1 going into the third period on the penalty kill. What's your goal to kind of get your team motivated and back in this game?
Definitely start with a big kill here, get some momentum going after that, and just stick to our systems and play a simple game, get pucks deep, etc., and fill the net.
Thanks so much, Logan. We'll be right back with more London Marine Club Nationals hockey right after this.
Treaty in Cree is Naskomitoin, an oral agreement. And our agreements were always spoken. For George Spence, the core of treaty was Wichihioin, to help one another.
And so we, the commissioners...
He was there for the making of Treaty 9, where the Cree were told...
We will honor this agreement together, for as long as the sun shines and the waters flow.
The Cree made their mark because they were assured that the land would be shared, and they would always be able to harvest what they needed. George Spence was my great-grandfather. In his life, he saw many promises of the treaty go unfulfilled.
Treaties were essential to the creation of Canada. First Nations still fight for the agreements to be honored.
Your mouth can do a lot of amazing things. And your mouth can save a life.
Hi, I'm Tom Wong. I'm just one of close to 1,000 Canadians in search of a stem cell match. We need your help.
A simple swab is all you need to register on the National Stem Cell Database. You could be the one to save a life. Find the hero in you.
Game Day London takes readers behind the scenes and beyond the box scores, offering news, analysis, long form, and interviews. All produced by local journalists. Catch the coverage at GameDayLondon.com. Back here at the Western Fair Sports Center, the Chatham Maroons come back in the game to tie it at 1-1 heading into our second intermission here. Maroons looked like a much different team to start the period. Got lucky finally and broke through Aiden Barry, but goaltending has been the story of the game so far.
It sure has, and I mean, Fullerton, again, it's only his third game here in the GOJHL, but he's providing that veteran presence, having played in the Ontario Hockey League. He's keeping his team in this game being tied 1-1, so certainly a goaltender's battle so far here in tonight's contest, but we'll see who can step up in the third period.
The goal that the Maroons managed to score in this contest, Fanovic picking up the goal, but beautiful play down low by Hamlin here as he pressures hard onto Kopchuk.
Yes, and then, you know, that's the type of secondary effort that you want to see from your players. Able to strip Kopchuk, who normally isn't a guy that gets stripped to the puck that often, but again, Fanovic gets his 7th of the season. Skolthorpe and Dvorak draw the assists. And again, those shots on goal in that second period, 17-8. I'm sure that's something that head coach Dave Matsos for the London Nationals is not too pleased with his squad, as Chatham threw a lot of rubber towards Aiden Barry, and they were only able to score one goal here in that second period.
I think the key to that is possibly the 4 power plays the Maroons had and the 4 penalties the Nationals took in that second period alone, as almost half the period spent on the power play for the Chatham Maroons. Still not been able to pick up a goal yet on the power play. Nationals, on the other hand, did manage to get 8 shots in that period. Some good ones on their power play opportunities, but Fullerton stands up to the challenge and has been pretty fantastic throughout the entire match.
Yes, and we'll see some of his work here as he's, again, very square to the puck. He keeps everything towards the middle. And the rebounds that he allows, they're not really any grade A scoring opportunities that the Nationals had. I mean, you can see French has had a phenomenal period for the Nationals, and he's going to have 2 or 3 in that second period alone if it wasn't for the Chatham netminders. So certainly some good solid work so far from Chatham.
I think throughout that first period, I saw the big guy who I saw stood out for me was Palmer. Throughout second period, it was French. Got to see who's going to be the standout for the Nationals coming in the third period. But the big standout for the entire team throughout the entire game, no surprise, has been Aiden Barry as he continues his stellar work between the pipes for the Nationals.
Yes, Aiden Barry, Mr. Consistency here on Wednesday night. He's done a really good job in here tonight with his rebound control. I really like the fact that you can see there that stretch save was a real good one. That one there late as well. He's been able to see the puck a lot here tonight. Not that much traffic in front of him so far. And that's something I mentioned that I wanted to see Chatham do more often, is get more traffic in front of Aiden Berry. If you want to beat him, you want to try to shoot a puck where he can't see it. And their one goal, they were able to get it off of a turnover, and that's just one that Aiden Berry, one that he maybe would want back, but at the same time, one that he doesn't exactly get to have back.
Yeah, that one he got left out to dry. Can't blame him at all for that goal. One thing that we really did see pick up a lot in that second period was the physicality. Both teams throwing their bodies all over the place, and it's been an extremely physical game.
Yeah, something that we haven't quite seen so far this season here at the Western Fair, but again, guys like Sandovi like to throw their body around. Rylan Bauer sometimes likes to get involved. You see guys like Sam O'Reilly as well, Jacob Julian. All these offensive-minded guys also don't mind to get on the physical side, and that's you can see the penalty there towards Fortier Smith as he had to avoid getting absolutely run over. But again, the Nationals are getting back to what they used to be, which was a very physical team. They'd get the puck and they'd be able to go into the offensive zone and score. But again, it's something that it's good to see the physicality back here Wednesday nights.
Absolutely, a lot of that really coming in. Don't be surprised if we see more of that in the third period here as well. It's going to be a big responsibility on the refs to keep this game in control because the history between these two teams, they do have a tendency to start boiling over a little bit as the games go deeper and deeper. Would not be surprised if something like that happened. Now, as we get set here for the third period of action, Maroons starting on the power play once again here for the second straight period. Weren't able to capitalize anything. What needs to be fixed here on their power play to finally try to break through and get that lead here in the game?
Net front presence. I mentioned it in the first intermission that I'd like to see more bodies in front of the net in towards Aiden Berry, and the goal that they scored, again, it was off of a turnover, but they had bodies in front of the net which allowed them to get that goal. So that's something that I want to see Chatham do more often. The Nationals do it a lot. Curtis Hagee's had a couple of shots and on net as well where there has been traffic. So something that I want to see Chatham do is get more bodies in front of the net.
We saw that very same thing on the Nationals power play with Jaden French down low. Had a couple opportunities for a couple goals in tight. Him and Palmer as well, both guys who have gotten close but haven't quite found the back of the net yet tonight. And we'll see if they can make that change here in the third period of action. Nationals and Maroons tied 1-1 here on London Brewing Co-op Nationals Hockey on Rogers TV.
I'm sure right now a lot of you feel like you aren't able to be who you truly are.
What's most important, more important than everybody else knowing who you are, is that you know who you are.
As a young person, time moves slower for you. And just know that things will get better.
It Gets Better Canada is a registered Canadian charity with a focus on uplifting our queer youth through the power of digital storytelling.
As a Two-Spirit person, I use they, them pronouns, but that's not the case for every Two-Spirit person.
There are so many voices out there that we didn't have 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
No matter what your mind tells you, you really are perfect the way you are, so stop beating yourself up so much.
I'm gonna be a boy in a dress, because why not?
Your identity is explosive.
We all have our unique journeys, but one thing that connects us all is the desire to be happy, the desire to celebrate being our authentic selves.
Sometimes, for a wish to come true, it takes a kingdom, because together we're stronger. Tied tight, united we stand, in honor of one child's wish, to fuel the fire that will grant many more. Join the kingdom.
Did you know all the camera operators for tonight's game are volunteers? Rogers TV volunteers learn the skills needed to put on a show, including camera, audio, graphics, and more. If you're interested, visit rogerstv.com/volunteer to sign up. Taking a look at our Paul Duarte and Associates shots on goal after 40 minutes of play. 17-8 were the shots in favor of the Maroons. For a total of 28-21 in favor of the Maroons throughout the game so far. And we take a look at our contest next week as the Strathroy Rockets are in town taking on the London Nationals in a very highly contested contest between first and fourth. Could be a lot on the line. And our third period, as always, is brought to you by Collins Clothiers.
Braden Sanity in the box here. as he has 1:25 left to sit there. As the Nationals again start this third period like they did in the second period on the penalty kill. We'll see if they can kill that off and then get back to being 5-on-5. There's a lot of that second period was spent on the special teams.
A lot of pucks headed the way of Aidenberry throughout that second period. The Nationals have to make that change here and try to drive to get that goal and regain the lead that they had for the first half of this game. Played down low. Nice work there by Thompson. Fortier Smith sends it cross ice, back to Smith again. Behind the net. Lead pass onto the stick of Sculthorpe. Over to Dvorak. Dvorak across the blue line. He walks in. He takes a shot, catches Barry up tight. Loose puck down low. He throws it right through the crease and no one there to collect. Back to Fortier Smith at the blue line. He takes a shot. That gets blocked on the way to the net. Picked up by Milne. Milne will just throw it down the length of the ice as he goes off for a change. Fortier Smith. Over to Sculthorpe. Sculthorpe cross ice to Dvorak, out of his reach. Picked up now by Thompson. Thompson carries across the blue line. Bows for 3 Maroons players. Cycles back, gives it over to Kopchuk. Kopchuk throws out the wall, gets it to Julian. Julian tries to deflect it over to Wood. But out of his reach, goes for icing, and will come all the way back down in the Maroons territory. Not often you see an icing happen on a power play, but the Nationals will take it as they get an offensive zone draw.
Yeah, and again, we get to see the scoring opportunity as he had the open net. There did Dvorak, as Aidenberry was caught a little too aggressive there, and Dvorak not able to capitalize on the open 4x6. I'm sure he'll be thinking about that throughout the rest of his third period as he had a wide open net.
Puck will be picked up and brought out by McKay. He dumps into the offensive zone. Down low, paid by Pace Rock. Sandovi out of the box. Nationals back to 5-on-5. Here comes Wood across the blue line. Wood dumps into the corner, fights off a hit by Doyle. Now touches the puck and the whistle blows. I believe the net is off its moorings, so we will reset in the Maroons territory as Nationals will get an offensive zone draw. Face-off goes to the Nationals. Walks in, Julian, he takes a shot, that gets blocked. Another shot from the blue line. Finds its way right onto Fullerton, and he'll hang on. Nationals will reset, and Maroons will reset again. As the Nationals continuing to apply a bit of pressure here as we finally get back to 5-on-5 hockey. Played around behind the net. Kalp, he'll move up the wall. Gets to the blue line. Kopchuk can't hold it. And sends it back in the offensive zone, but the Maroons have to touch up. Over to Wood. Wood tries to get a little touch pass to Bowers. Bowers was not expecting it, was skating away. Puck gets blocked right at the blue line. Sent down the length of the ice. Nationals collect behind their own net. Julian, nice little lead pass. And here come the Nationals out the other way. Across the blue line, Palmer, he'll just throw it right behind the net. Julian will collect it. Julian waits, still trying to find an opening. No open lane. Ends up having to force the turtle across the blue line. Down low, Barry has to make a save as Matheson gets a stick on it. Puck gets sent up and out of play. And so both teams will go for a change and we'll have face-off in the national zone.
Good to take a look here on this little abbreviated 2-on-2 situation here. Shot gets on, Barry's able to once again make that pad save, and then Bowers just tried to flip that one up and out of his own zone, and it goes off the netting.
Sandovi along the boards, pins the puck. Still stays on the stick of the Nationals. Over to Carson Lloyd. Lloyd spins, gets around Ellison. Lloyd up the left wing side. Dishes it over to Palmer. Palmer can't handle it. Stolen, turned back the other way. Back up the wall, here come the Maroons. Up to the blue line, dumped in. Traylow just bounces it off the back wall. Barry will just grab it and hang on and force the whistle.
Yeah, and on that play, Barry actually never ended up getting a glove. on that, as the official felt that Barry had the glove on it. As you'll see it here, puck gets dumped in. He goes to put his glove on it, and it never ended up getting into his glove. But again, the official was down low in the corner, and he felt for a split second that Barry had a glove on it, hence why he blew his whistle.
Lloyd brings it up, gets it across the blue line over to Sandovi, over to Palmer, and Palmer takes a shot, loose puck again. Can't get the rebound, Nationals maintain possession. Shot from the blue line by Hagee. That hits a body out front. Down low again, Palmer back behind the net to Dundas. Dundas puts it out front, that gets blocked. Nationals still maintain possession and keep it in the offensive zone. Down low again onto the stick of Dundas. He can't get a shot off. Dundas gets taken down behind the net. Picked up by Waddick. Waddick tries to put it up. That ends up going off the netting and out of play. So the Maroons will stay in their own zone. National has both teams goal for change.
Now, we talked about how impressive Palmer has been in this game, and he had a grade A scoring opportunity. He's able to walk right in. He tries to go upstairs on the blocker's side on Fullerton. He wasn't quite able to get all of the shot that he wanted, and Fullerton's able to get a blocker on it and make the save. Shots now read 30-23 in favor of the Chatham Maroons.
Zurich gets the block, keeps the puck in the offensive zone for the Nationals. Zurich gets a steal, tries to get it back to Julian. Zurich still searching for his first point in Junior B. Julian tries to get over to Bunker. That gets deflected and sent back the other way. Fortier Smith, he gets stopped. Back the other way, here comes McGowan. Lead pass for Zurich. Zurich's got a partial break. He comes in, Olo takes a shot. What a big save by Fullerton. Zurich, his probably best chance as a National, gets denied and doesn't get all of it on the chance.
But he does the right thing. He tries to go 5-hole, but then Fullerton had to be aware that that puck was still sliding towards the goal line, so he had to get the stick down and the blocker to make sure that that did not cross the line. And again, that was Zurich's best chance of the season on that breakaway, and Fullerton denies him.
Saw the appreciation from Owen McGowan on the bench. Just happy for one of his teammates getting a big opportunity and got real close to getting his first goal. Picked up by Milne. Milne spins, throws it behind the net. Thompson will get a hold of it. Thompson bows off his man, puts it off the net, ends up hitting Fullerton. Another shot walks into the slap shot as Kopchuk. And Fullerton has to make a tough save. As that's a big slap shot coming from that range.
Yeah, when you're able as a defenseman to walk in on a shot, it's one that you want to get all of, and this one works its way back to Kopchuk. And for Fullerton, no real screen out in front. He's able to read it late and make the save.
Good job by Milne down low as well. Milne sees Kopchuk coming in from the blue line and just takes the man to push him out of the way, giving Kopchuk the clear lane. So just a great heads-up play by Milne. Down low, puck gets up to the wall. Maroons will try to clear the zone, batted out of midair by Kopchuk. And ends up back on the stick of the Maroons. Matheson, he gets hit along the wall. Turn back the other way, French. Over to Thompson. Thompson across the blue line. He carries it down low. Thompson walks in. This ends up bringing it behind the net. Doesn't like his shot out front. Back to Milne to the blue line. Milne takes a big slap shot. That finds a stick out front. Ends up going into the corner. Thompson backhands down behind the net. And the net is off once again. We'll have another face-off in the Maroons territory. The third time this period it's been knocked off.
And I'm sure that's something that Fullerton's going to have to get used to there. As you know, last week when the St. Mary's Lincolns were in town, we saw Mateo Lalama wearing his Barrie Colts gear, and in this week with Fullerton, again, only his third game in the GOJHL, he's wearing his Saginaw Spirit gear, which is something I didn't quite like.
I know you're all about the OHL gear in the Junior B. See it all the time with a bunch of the road goalies as of late. Puck sent behind the net. Onto the far side, can't quite get it out as Waddick. Sent back in the offensive zone for the Nationals. Julian along the boards. Gets hit off the puck by Waddick, gets a bit of support down low as the Maroons will try to get possession back. Hard work down low. Sanovi just continues some dogged determination. Puck out front again. Lloyd puts it on net. And Fullerton makes the save. Cross ice to Lloyd. Lloyd puts it on net. That hits a body out front. Fullerton lost sight of the puck for a second. Backs it down in the corner. Goes back out front again. Wood can't get to it. Here come the Maroons. Brought back out. Trelak across the blue line. Diving play out front of the net by Lloyd. He'll collect the puck. Nationals. Just errant pass by Lloyd. Just can't catch Wood. As the Maroons are going to get a change, and the Nationals denied theirs. So we'll have to reset in the Nationals end.
Again, he talked about the great stick work there of Sanovi. He finds Wood, and then an even better effort there by the Maroons as Elson's on that play, able to get his stick in the lane of Riley Wood, not able to get the full shot off that he wanted.
Down low, Lloyd gets it over to Warrington. Warrington moves it up the wall, past Wood. Wood into the offensive zone. Stolen back by Julian. Julian's got a bit of help. He gets hit off the puck. Comes back out to the blue line, sent the other way. Across the blue line comes Going. He loses control. Cunningham, he'll keep in the offensive zone. Throws it behind that, right out front. Going can't quite handle the pass. I don't think he was expecting it coming that hot. Fortier Smith plays it down low, sends it up the wall. Bowers collects it right at the blue line. Bowers tries to get a little lead pass to Palmer coming in. Bowers again takes a shot at the sharp angle. Nice glove save made by Fullerton. And we're going to see a penalty coming here. It looks like Dundas just kicks a cross check right to the face.
The officials having a quick conversation there as Bowers did a good job stripping off the puck. He had a man out in front, but he elected to shoot, and Dundas right in front. And then you can see right there, Fullerton didn't like that shot that Dundas gave, and so now the officials, as it's gathered, and it looks like there might not be a penalty here, but yet they're still having a conversation down in front of the penalty box. So I'm wondering if there's going to be penalties on this play. And so the referee is going to go over to have a conversation with the Chatham bench as
both teams still trying to figure out what's going on.
So Dundas is going to go to the box, and I believe there will likely be a player from the Maroons going to the box too to replace Fullerton. Obviously with him in net, a player will go.
And it's already on the boards for Fullerton. It's already on the clock, so.
And the key thing here is the faceoff will stay inside because of it being coincidentals. So again, the conversation being had in front of the Chatham bench as they feel that maybe he shouldn't have gotten one, but when the goalie uses his glove to fist somebody right in the face, then you got to call that.
You can't punch somebody in the face.
No. So I think we're going to see coincidentals as, yes, there's another Chatham player in the box. It looks like it's Gosleigh who's going to serve it. So I believe there is going to be coincidentals, or maybe Fullerton maybe gets the extra 2, as it looks like there is 5-on-4. So the Nationals are going to go to the power play here on this as Fullerton gets the extra.
Their 4th of the game, 0 for 3 so far. And have looked a little bit of hit and miss so far. Not the normal power play we're looking at. Still first in the entire Western Conference, or entire GOJHL. Second man heading to the box now is LePayne, heading for his 4th stint sitting in the box. This time it wasn't his fault.
No.
But nonetheless, the Maroons on the penalty kill here. As we did mention earlier in the game, they have the 4th best penalty kill in the entire league. So it's very dangerous when they get these opportunities. Puck set down the length of the ice. Kopchuk will collect it. The Nationals starting the penalty kill with their 2nd unit out on the ice. So you have Palmer out there with Pace Roth, Thompson, Sanovi, and Kopchuk. Back down low again, takes a shot in tight, backhand chance, and a nice save by Fullerton robs the opportunity.
And a good offensive zone entry there by the Nationals. as you can see right down low, as Palmer makes the nice little in and out move. He dishes it over to Thompson, and Thompson didn't exactly have full control of the puck, but he was able to shovel it towards Fullerton, and Fullerton's able to make a save.
Sanity back to the blue line. Top shot, takes a shot from distance. That gets tipped on the way to the net. Palmer collects it on the far side. Right down low, picked up by Thompson. Up to Palmer. We did mention earlier that Thompson and Palmer, two of the better players for the Nationals tonight, getting the reward here for the bit of the extra power play opportunity. Sanity collects the puck behind the net. Sanity battles for the ball with puck with Backett. Tries to get a bit of support and still maintains possession as he walks in, trouts it on net, and Fullerton just tips it aside. Palmer holds on, waits, puts it down low, onto the stick of Sanity. Sanity couldn't quite handle the pass the way he wanted to. Back to the blue line to Palmer. Or to Pace Roth. Now to Palmer. Palmer just can't quite handle that pass. Sent now behind the net. Puck will get sent down the length of the ice. Nice play by Braden McKay. Maroons quickly get off all their penalty killers. Nationals change a couple of fresh bodies on the ice. Picked up by Palmer. He sends it cross ice over to Julian. Nationals top unit come out on the ice. Julian out there with French, Wood, Milne, or French, Wood, Bowers, and McGowan. McGowan at the top of the circle. Penalty expires. Sculthorpe back on the ice. Shot. Scores! Owen McGowan, seeing eye puck, puts the Nationals back on top.
Well, we talked about how we wanted to see more offensive presence from Owen McGowan, and he does just that. He walks the blue line, he waits for the traffic, two Nationals out in front, no chance. Fullerton sees this, he reads it late last second, beats him on the glove side, and just as we're approaching the midway point here in this second period, shots are 31-30 in favor of Chatham. The captain of the National comes up clutch here in this third period and gives them back their one-goal lead.
Fifth goal of the season for the Nationals captain. And at a perfect time for that. Wood collects the puck. Will not go as a power play goal, but just as it expires. But I don't think the Nationals care too much as they regain their lead. 10 minutes left here in the third period. McGowan now behind the net. Bouncing the puck off the wall, picked up right at the blue line, kept in by Waddick. Waddick still battles for it down low, still maintains possession. Gets the puck up to the wall. Turned and tried to clear the zone by Wood. Sent back in the offensive zone. Barry will come out and play it. Lead pass for Wood. Wood will just tip it in the offensive zone. Pressure's on by Bowers. Julian collects the puck. Brings in the offensive zone. Ends up going off the stick of French. And it will be called offside. One thing I've just noticed now, seeing French out there on that top line with Julian and Bowers. One name very missing from the Nationals bench right now. No Sam O'Reilly.
Yeah, we haven't seen him here in this third period. So
it's about midway through the second.
So something that we're going to want to keep an eye on, a potential injury, something that we don't want to see for Sam O'Reilly. He's certainly had a good rookie campaign so far. And another National that's not in the lineup here tonight is Lucas Chard, as he's another key guy the Nationals will want back in their lineup sooner rather than later.
Yeah, the walking wounded right now for the Nationals. Quite a few names out of the roster. On both the offensive side and the defensive side. Play down low. Matheson has a chance out front. Rebound, shoots. What a save by Barry. Stays out. Loose puck down low. Barry's without a glove. And the whistle will go as Matheson has just a gift given to him in front of the Nationals net and can't convert.
Well, Lloyd just kind of gives him an early Christmas present. And then the Nationals all of a sudden just turn it like they're playing the new Call of Duty game, and they go all in front of the net and they crash, and I don't even think Aiden Barry got any type of puck on that at all. But what chaos in front of the net as Barry's getting his equipment fixed up. As we'll take another look at it. I mean, again, a gift wrap right out in front, a little dipsy dude. Barry does get a pad save on this, but then the puck goes away. And what a fury of action there as Lloyd gave up a big opportunity that almost cost the Nationals and almost had this game tied.
As a pot shot from the blue line as Cal puts it on net. And Matheson, I have said that name quite a few times tonight. He has been all over tonight for the Maroons. He's been very dangerous, and that was his best chance of the night. Play goes out. Looks like Dundas hurt on the play as he's got just a pain in his ankle. Back to the blue line. Nationals try to clear the zone. Now go a little too far and go for an icing. And it will force the Nationals back in their own zone.
Again, you talk about the woundedness of the Nationals. Again, Dundas showing his effort there, blocking that shot. He certainly got a stinger on that play.
Nationals do get a little lucky as well, and they got Dundas off the ice before the icing, so he does not have to come back out. You don't think you want a guy who can barely skate right now after that last play back on the ice. Pace Roth tries to clear the zone. Bouncing puck. Played by Cunningham. Off the wall. Spun. Lanovic puts in the offensive zone. Turn back the other way. Stolen again by Dvorak. Dvorak, he'll move in across the blue line. He walks in, takes a shot. Barry, nice kick save, puts it out to right to the blue line. Bowers tries to get a lead pass onto the stick of Bunker. Gets picked off. Here come the Nationals the other way. Pace Roth leads the play. Over to Bunker. Bunker puts it on net. Kicked aside by Fullerton. Down low, Pace Roth tumbles down on the play. Puck comes out. Elson. He carries it across the blue line. He gets tripped up. Penalty coming here to Heggie. One-time attempt, just misses the puck. There's Fortier Smith, as he had a nice opportunity but couldn't connect with the puck. But the Maroons will now head to their sixth power play of the game. As the Nationals, the most penalized team in the entire league, continue their penalty troubles. As Heggie heads to the box for 2 minutes or less. Huge opportunity here, 7:30 left in the game. 2-1 is your score in favor of the Nationals. Face off one cleanly by the Maroons. Doyle over to down low again. Gervais, he throws it around the boards, picked up by Backett. Down low, Matheson tries to put it out front. That gets blocked. Matheson to Gervais, over to Doyle. Doyle walks in for the blue line, shoots and scores! And just like that, the defense for both teams comes up big as the Maroons power play finally gets back on the boards. It looks like Fanovic leading the line, as he may have got a piece of that on the way to the net.
Yeah, it looked like it did hit off of something as, again, Matheson works this over to the sidewall. They get it back towards the point, and it looks like, yes, Fanovic does get a stick on it. Doyle with the shot in that late last-second deflection fools Aiden Barry. This game is now tied at 2 apiece. Shots on goal, 35-31, as these two goaltenders have seen lots of rubber here tonight. A combined 66 shots here tonight.
Novik, his 8th goal of the season, 2nd of the game, as he has been in the right place, right time to keep the Maroons in this contest. And played by Lloyd, goes all the way down, tipped off a Maroon stick, so it will stay in a Nationals attacking territory.
And again, the Nationals looking to bounce back, as that one was scored on the power play for Chatham. We mentioned how one of the keys to the game was going to be special teams for Chatham, and they were able to finally capitalize on that goal.
Nationals still hoping as well to pick up a win here. Have lost 2 straight on home ice for the first time in what feels like a couple of years. So the Nationals tend to not give up too many opportunities on home ice. Down low, puck comes out right to the front of the net. Maroons crash, but can't quite get a hold of the puck. Fortier Smith Puts out the wall. Elson gets it around Lloyd, but Lloyd, nice determination, tries to get the puck back for Smith, gets a hold of it, shoots on net. Blocker saved by Barry. Kept in at the blue line by McKay. Puck gets rimmed around the boards. Nationals will collect it. Lead pass intended for Bowers, but nowhere near. And will reset in the Nationals territory to the left-hand side of Aiden Barry.
Yeah, you mentioned how the Nationals, for the past few seasons, we tend to normally not see them lose on home ice. Their home record this year, 7-1-1-1. So again, they are a very good home team, but again, look at the Chatham Maroons road record. They are 5-2-0-1. So Chatham being a good road team and London being a good home team, one of those two things certainly is going to change here tonight, and looks, as it currently stands, being tied. We'll see who can improve their record, either being at home or on the road.
And one of those losses of the three the Nationals have at home was in the showcase to the Waterloo Siskins. So it's Western Conference teams have had very little luck coming into the Western Fair Sports Center. Played down the on the boards. McGowan, he tries to clear the zone. That gets blocked. Play again, and the Maroons will try to collect it. Matheson behind the net. Gets it to Gervais. Gervais gets pinned along the boards by Thompson. Pace Roth in for support. Thompson up to McGowan. McGowan, nice little backhand pass over to French. French just will throw it into the offensive zone. Fullerton comes out to play it. Throws it up the wall. Big hit thrown right at the blue line, but the Maroons will clear the zone. Turn back the other way, just past Thompson. Will go for an icing. So we'll have a face-off in the Maroons territory. Maroons bench trying to fight back and complain about it, but the refs are not having any of it.
On the Chatham bench trying to say that one of the linesmen had waved off that icing, as the linesmen have gathered, and they're going to have a conversation here with the official as to see whether or not this will be an icing, as Owen McGowan put his hand up and was trying to get that icing call. So a conversation happening here between the referee and the two linesmen on that play. So maybe what they think of it, and they're going to bring it to center ice.
Maybe we should have mic'd up Kyle. Would have heard that.
We would have heard the entire conversation now. Obviously, we would try to tell them to keep it PG.
Of course.
You know, because
refs don't say anything.
They're always the nicest of people down there, the officials.
Always. Hardest job on the ice out there, the refs. Kalp will play it. Gets it up to Dvorak. Dvorak deflects it into the offensive zone. Picked up again by Kalp. He sends it over to his defensive partner in Doyle. Sculthorpe now brings it up the middle. Gets past Palmer. He ends up taking a hit by Wood. Stolen by Sanavy. Sanavy across the blue line. Sanavy, nice little saucer pass out front. Just gets tipped by Palmer. Puts it wide. Ends up putting that an inch or two to the left. It would have been in the back of the net. They stopped right at the blue line. Puck gets sent all the way down into the Nationals territory. This time it will be icing. No doubt there.
As that puck stung linesman Kyle Friel on that play, as he's leaning over a little bit, absorbing it. But again, this beautiful play as Palmer, again, that mid-air stick, and he just misses the net by only a couple of inches on that play. Again, Dundas and Palmer have had the games of their London Nationals career so far here tonight. So we'll see, heading into this final 4.5 minutes, if they can try to step up and get a game winner.
Puck gets sent around the boards. Wood tries to pin it along the half wall. 3 Maroons in there. Kalp will come away with it. Over to Doyle. Doyle fans on the puck. Wood tries to capitalize and jumps right on top of him. Julian in there as well, but the Maroons will collect it and get it out of the zone. Up to the National zone. Turned over, picked up by Bowers. Bowers cross ice to Wood. Wood bows with Kalp. Kalp comes away with it, gets it to Gervais, now to Dvorak across the blue line. He takes a shot, ends up hitting Barry off the head and goes into the far side. Nationals will just end up throwing it down the length of the ice, and it will go for an icing. But we'll have another face-off in Nationals territory. 3:44 remaining here in the third period. 2-2 is your score. Shots 36-31 in favor of the Chatham Maroons. So the shots continue to be thrown on heavy on both goaltenders. It is still anyone's game here as we're getting down to the dying moments of this contest. Behind the net now. Picked up by Graham. Graham battles for it in the corner, pinned against the wall by McGowan. Matheson spins, throws it back into the corner. Tries to get it to Gervais. Graham ends up picking it up, ends up turning it over. Bowers tries to throw a home run pass onto the stick of Wood. Back over to McGowan now. Puck gets brought off the wall, over to Wood. Wood across the blue line. He's got Julian with him, tries to get a pass over to him. That gets picked off. Puck sent down low. Play down low. Julian tries to catch Fullerton sleeping. And play down low, shoots and scores! The loose puck and the giveaway. Jacob Julian puts the Nationals back in front.
Well, when you need a goal, count on Jacob Julian to be the one to get it. And we talk about how with Fullerton, if you're a goaltender, you want to tend the goal. But in this case, he was just outside of his net a little bit, and the puck just kind of sat there for Julian, and he had to work for that one a little bit. He tried to shoot it originally, but his second effort cashes in. And now it is a 3-2 lead for the Nationals here late, as we'll see if the Chatham Maroons will pull their netminder.
McKay ends up trying to clear the puck, ends up putting it off his own teammate's skate, and the puck just ends up sitting there for Jacob Julian. And anybody on the team you can give that away to, but you gave it away to the guy with the most goals on the team, second in the league in scoring. Jacob Julian, 38 points on the season, now 18 goals. He continues his torrid pace this season. Jacob Julian in the top 10 in league scores last season. Continues again here this year as well.
And Julian had made his OHL debut on Sunday with the London Knights, so having that confidence of being called up to the Ontario Hockey League, coming back down here tonight, getting another goal here for him. You know, Julian, again, he's also being a full-time student at Western University too, trying to be an engineer as well, so a full school workload, and then also a full workload being one of the leaders for the Nationals.
Quite an interesting week there for Jacob Julian with everything going on, as no schools are getting set up for finals. Across the blue line, brought in by Sanavy. Sanavy loses it right at the blue line. Backhand pass, that one ends up going off the netting and out of play. 2:11 here, winding down to the third period. As you said, Jeremy, we're going to have to keep an eye on Brett Fullerton to see when the Maroons bench calls him to their bench for that extra attacker, as they need something to go here, as they've had a real tough time getting anything past Aiden Barry. Just as much of the challenges the Nationals have had getting anything past Fullerton. Puck flipped out, picked up by the Nationals. Banked off the wall, sent all the way down, picked up out of the air by Doyle. And it'll be called for the high stick. And the face-off will happen in the Maroons' territory.
And not something that Doyle would have wanted to do there, as he knocked that puck down with the high stick, something that he maybe should have let go, let it go into your zone, maybe get the icing call. Because now you've allowed the Nationals to get a change, get an offensive zone face-off with 2 minutes to go. And it looks like there's going to be another conference here between the referees just to confirm where this faceoff should be, and it's going to stay inside.
Faceoff won by the Maroons, but Thompson just jumps right on top of it to apply some more pressure. Picked up now, Milne. Back to the blue line, shot on net. That gets blocked onto the way. Nationals still maintain possession, taken down to the ice is French. Pace drop, he winds up, takes a shot on net. That gets blocked on the way. Backett, he finally collects the puck for the Maroons as they try to clear the zone. See the hands of many of the coaches on the Maroons bench up waiting as they try to finally maintain possession for the puck. Doyle, over to Gervais. Gervais, cross ice, almost picked out of the air by Milne. Fullerton heading to the bench. sixth attacker out on the ice for the Maroons. Played at the blue line. Thompson tries to clear the zone, and they're going to get called for a hand pass, as the far linesman right on top of the play calls it dead right away. So 1:11 left here. 6 attackers on the ice for the Maroons. And there's the timeout. Not surprised to see that call.
Yeah, smart timeout here by the Maroons with just more than a minute to go here in the contest. Shots on goal read 36-34 in favor of Chatham, and they've played a really good road game in here tonight. They've kept the London offense at ease. You know, that's something that we talked about at the beginning of the show, how we haven't exactly seen the Nationals put the puck in the back of the net as frequently as we've seen so far this season. So they've kept it tight. Aiden Barry's played well in goal. So has Brett Fullerton. There's been a goaltending battle. And again, Jacob Julian coming up clutch here in this third period.
One other thing to be aware of, that what you said in the first and second period, what the Maroons need to do is get people to the net. And that is how they scored that second goal, is they had a man right out front. If they can try to get the possession in the offensive zone, do it again, they still have a chance in this hockey game. Face off now. Graham in there against Thompson, or Gervain in there against Thompson. Thompson scrums it, but Graham gets it across the blue line. He takes a shot. Down low, Matheson. Now has the puck. Gets it up to Backett. Backett over to Doyle. Doyle takes a shot. Barry tracks it well and gloves it down.
You mentioned the traffic, and on that play, they had 2 guys out in front of the net. So look for Chatham to, again, have 2 guys out in the slot area to try to tip a puck down, and then after that, it's going to be like dogs looking for treats. They're going to look for anything out in front and try to bury anything past Aiden Barry. And London's going to need to do what they've done in the previous 2 periods, which is keep Chatham to the outside as much as they can.
McGowan gets the puck off the faceoff, hits it up to the wall, kept in by Backett. Graham down low. McGowan pins it along the boards. 3 Maroons down low. Now 4. Thompson tries to get it out, gets to the blue line, just gets by Doyle, bounces off him. Doyle cycles back. Julian, the lone attacker for the Nationals. Off the wall, over to Backett. 30 seconds left in the game. Backett cross ice to Doyle, just out of his reach. Turn back the other way, onto the stick of Thompson. Thompson tries to get a shot off, can't. Picked up now by Gervais. Over to Matheson. Matheson brings it up the wing. Across the blue line in the attacking zone. Onto the stick of Graham. Graham puts it out front. Barry can't find it. Down low, puck behind the net. Bouncing puck, that will go down the length of the ice, and that will do it. The Nationals might come away with it. It actually goes for an icing. I thought the icing was waved off. It will come all the way back down. 4.4 seconds left here. One last chance for the Maroons. And this is going to be just crash the net. All hands on deck. Everybody towards the net. All on the face-off here between Graham and Thompson. Thompson just drops down right on top of it. Puck loose, tries to get a shot off. Loose puck down low, tries to get it. And time expires. As the Nationals hang on and pick up the big 2 points. The determination by the Nationals pays off in the end as they come away with a 3-2 win over the Chatham Maroons. We'll be back with our final thoughts and the 3 stars here on the London Brewing Co-op Nationals Hockey on Rogers TV.
This time of year, waterfowl hunters are out, and we encourage them to come out and enjoy their sport. We want them to be safe as well. This time of year, the water is cold and the air is cold, so it's very important to have all your safety gear. Have a plan, and let somebody know the plan and when you're going to be back. Always carry a cell phone fully charged and wear your life jacket. Hunters can hunt 30 minutes after sunset, but as soon as the sun goes down, when you're out on a boat, you have to have your navigational lights on when operating. We want to see people out here with their lights on so they can avoid a collision with other hunters. When you're out hunting, it's your obligation to know the rules and the regulations. For more